Hey, my Pilates people, welcome to my channel, Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. I am really looking forward to today's session today because we're going to be playing on one spring and using the box for pretty much the entire session. And even Jimmy might even join in. Full body for sure. Going to be moving at a little bit faster pace. So I would say more on the intermediate side of things. Have a knee pad handy, right? If you need something for kneeling. So the one spring that you're going to need to start. For my balanced body people, I have a red spring. For everybody else, I would say a medium spring. Now, please, if you need to adjust at any point during the class, right, adjust, okay? Your box is gonna start in its short position up against your shoulder blocks, and your foot bar is gonna be up in your footwork position. So go ahead and grab those things and I'll meet you seated here facing your foot bar. All right, so make sure that you are scooted a little bit closer to the front edge of the box. You're gonna place your feet up onto your foot bar, toes are on. You can be in Pilates, V, or parallel, it's whatever makes your heart happy, okay? So let's just start by straightening the legs out, and your heels are pretty high. Every toe pad is connected here. I just want you to reach the arms forward and find that tall, lifted spine here. So think of creating as much space between your hands and your chest here as you can. And now we're gonna keep the legs straight as you start to roll yourself back. Round back. The carriage might move a little bit. That's okay. Remember, you're on a short box, so we don't have as much space behind you. And then just roll yourself right back up. Imagine you were rolling back into a mat, right? Think of articulating your spine all the way back or as far back as you're comfortable with. And then roll yourself right back up, stacking up tall at the top. Let's do that one more time. Keep the energy out through the fingertips. Think of pelvis rolling away from your thighs. You're trying to get your waistband into the mat and then roll yourself all the way up. And because I'm a Pilates teacher, you know we lie on reps. So now can you take your hands behind your head, interlace the webbing of the fingers, find your head to hand connection here. Elbows are slightly forward. From here, can we now roll ourselves back? Back, back. This is only an option. And then roll yourself right back up, up, up. Think wide back rather than wide elbows. Roll yourself back. Keep pushing the foot bar away. Again, think of opening up the front of your pelvis as you go back to that challenging space, and then roll yourself all the way up, up, up. If you shifted back like me, maybe shift back forward again. Okay, now keep your hands behind your head if they're there. Now when you roll back, I want you to let your knees bend. So the carriage will definitely move. Pelvis rolls back. Maybe you feel a little bit more stomach. And then roll yourself right back up. Legs will go straight, stacking up tall. Again, think of almost like pushing the foot bar away, but also up. Roll back, go back to that challenging point, and then roll yourself right back up. Last one here, I promise. I'm not lying. Like this anyways. Roll back. Keep pushing the head into the hands. Keep your gaze forward. And then stack your spine all the way up. Keep your head to hand connection. We stay tall. Lift and twist to the left. We lift, 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 and come back to center. Equal weight down through your hips. We lift and twist to the right. We lift, 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 and come back to center. Again, lift and twist. Equal push through your feet. And come back to center. Little nod to your chin and feel like your ribs are going into your back. And then back to center. All right, now reach the arms forward. Again, create that space between fingertips and chest. And now bend your knees, pull yourself in, and then press the carriage out. So I want you to almost feel like you're a little bit forward on your sitting bones here. Pull the carriage in, and then press it out. So a little variation on stomach massage, a lot nicer here with the feet lower. The temptation is as we bring the carriage in, our back wants to round, we want to sag down, but I want you to think of lifting up taller. One more like this. Push down on that foot bar to come home and press it out. Now, can we bring the arms up to the sky? Think biceps to the ears, nice broad back. We pull the carriage in, we get taller, 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 and press it out. Let's add some breath. Exhale, pull the carriage in. Think belly away from the thighs, keep the back flat, and press it out. Again, exhale, pull the carriage in. Inhale, press it out. You got it. Exhale, pull it in and press it out. Good, now hold here on the out. Keep your arms at your biceps, or sorry, your biceps at your ears. Now we lift and twist to the left. We stay twisted to the left. And now we round up and over. Think of reaching both hands towards your right toes. And then from your obliques, we lift back up tall. We come through center, we lift and twist to the right. We go up and over. Reach for that left pinky toe. Pull the ribs back and off your thighs. Stack your spine all the way up. Again, lift and twist to the left. Up and over, up and over. You're going up and over a beach ball. And then we stack back up through center, over to the right, up and over. Reach for that left pinky toe. And then we stack back up. We find center. We lower the arms down. Go ahead and bring the carriage all the way in. Awesome. Take your feet down onto the mat here, or onto your carriage, and they're about hip socket distance apart. So I want you to already feel like you're getting equal weight down through your feet, meaning like a tripod connection through your feet here. Take your hands into the box. All right. And now I want you to push into your arms, find a little booty hover and hold. So do you still have that tripod connection down through your feet? Do what you got to do to get there. And then just lower the hips back down. Okay, so we're letting our arms assist us. Feel free to readjust your feet. So let's do that again. Push into your arms. We've got a flat back here and hold. So this position is what we did, bring the carriage in. So can you lift the belly off of the thighs, maybe pull the ribs into the back, and then lower the hips back down. Okay, you guys know where this is going, okay? So push into your arms. We're gonna stand up and hold here, or sorry, lift the hips. Now can you take your hands off of the box, just reach them forward. Reach them forward and just hold. All right, can you think of maybe lifting your belly, lifting your low ribs off of your thighs a little bit more so that way we're not caving or really like sinking into the thighs, and just hold here. Can we lift the arms up a little bit more? And then just lower them down. Lift them up a little bit. The reach comes from your back, and then lower them down. Last one, they lift up. Now as your arms lower down, go ahead and stand all the way up. Keep the arms energized. They're gonna reach forward as we sit the hips back. We squat down. Think belly up and off your thighs, and then we stand back up. Let's do that again. Arms reach forward, booty sits back, and back up. So again, we just did this with the foot bar. That bringing of the carriage in. This is your stomach massage. Last one here. And now hold in this deep squat position. You might be a little bit more upright than me, right? Totally fine, but I want your back flat, your front ribs into your back ribs. Now, can you lift both heels up? Ooh, and down. The foot bar is there for you if you need. Lift the heels up and down. You got it. Lift the heels up. Think of flexing your feet to push your heels down. Lift your heels up, push your heels down. Now lift your heels up and hold. Can you lower the hips down an inch and up an inch, down an inch and up an inch? Hello things, down an inch and up an inch. Now down an inch, everybody take your hands down to the foot bar. Press the carriage back, find your plank. Hold here. I know it's a heavier spring, so just hang on here. Feel that your tailbone is long and your low belly is lifted up away from the floor. Go ahead and bend your knees, let your spine round, tuck the tail, drop the head, and now press the carriage back. Find a flat back, maybe even a little extension. And then nod your chin, lift up through the ribs, round your spine, pull the carriage in, stretch out that back. Press it out. Heart comes forward. We pull apart on that bar. Bend the knees, round, tuck the tail, stretch out that low back. Again, press it out. Hold, 2, 3, bend the knees, exhale out all of that breath. Last one here, I promise. Press it out and hold. There you go. Maybe your chest reaches forward. Maybe your hips go down. And then nod your chin, rounds the spine, pull the carriage in, lower the heels down, lift the arms back up, hold here, and then lower the hips all the way down. Give those thighs a shake. So let's give our legs a quick break and let's spin around and face the back of your reformer. So your feet are on the headrest here. Let's grab your long loops. If we need to adjust, we can adjust. So again, I want you to feel like you're stacked up on your hips here, head over ribs, over hips. And now your palms are flipped back behind you. Obviously we have to clear the box so the arms are kind of wide. Now keep your tall stacked position here. And now press the arms back and hold here. Did your ribs kind of puff up and reach forward? Are they still in your back? And then slowly release the arms. All right, I think I'm gonna choke up a little bit here. All right, again, arms pulled down and back and hold. I want you to feel like your arms are reaching down to the floor and your collarbones are opening and your head is on the ceiling. And then slowly release the arms. The legs are zipped up, the feet are pushing down. Again, arms pulled down and back, collarbones open, and then slowly release the arms. 2 more. Pull the arms down and back, push the arms down as your chest lifts up. And now turn your head to the right, turn your head to the left, turn your head to center, and then slowly release. Last one here, arms pulled down and back. As your arms reach down, maybe even hug in on the box so that we really lock the arms in place. Now turn your head to the left, turn your head to the right, turn your head to center, and then slowly release. Okay, I am gonna go back to my long loops here. I'm gonna start with my arms out wide, elbows bent, my palms are facing down. Feel free to adjust as you need, okay? Because it's kind of a heavy spring. Now, I'm gonna keep my elbows still in space. I'm gonna keep my tall lifted spine. And now I'm gonna rotate those palms to face the wall in front of me, and then they rotate face down to the floor. They rotate face the wall, fists shine up, and then rotate down. So just take note if your elbows are going forward and back, up and down, right? We're trying to keep them stable as we do this pivot, this rotator cuff work. But I'm already feeling the back of my shoulders, really just the whole shoulder in general. Let's do 3 and 2. And last one, and just hold here. Hold here in this goalpost position. See if you can just get a little bit taller, maybe the sides of the neck lengthen a little bit more and hold. 2, 3, and then slowly lower the fists all the way back down. All right, so now I want you to choke up even higher. Grab on closer to like the buckles or the hardware here. Arms are reaching forward, your palms are facing down. Give me a nice wide row. And then slowly release the arms. Nice wide row, think elbows across the room, and then slowly release. Really firing up those upper back muscles. Angle the elbows down if you feel like you're in your neck at all. Let's do 3 and 2. And last one, so we're staying in our row here. I want you to close the elbows or lower the elbows down and then lift them back up. So it's kind of like a wing flap and the carriage stays still. Sides of the neck, of course, stay long. And it's almost like you're squeezing oranges in your armpits as those elbows come down. Let's do 3 and 2. We're still sitting up tall. Last one here. Arms come up and then reach them forward. Now let's grab onto your short loops. Still keeping a strong flat back, flip your palms up to the sky. Again, create as much space between your hands and your chest. And now lean back a little bit. Lean back just a little bit. All right, we're gonna stay in this lean back. We're gonna hold the stability through our shoulder girdle. And now give me a bicep curl. And then slowly release back out. Strong grip with your hands. Bicep curl. And then slowly release back out. If you'd like, you can kind of come up onto your tippy toes and maybe make it a little bit more about the abdominals, or we can just keep the feet down. Your torso is just in this strong plank position. Anybody else feeling shoulders here? Elbows are nice and narrow, almost if you had a magic circle between them. Let's do 3. Did I say short reps earlier? I don't know. 2. And last one, let the arms go straight, and then we stack back up. Holy cannoli, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna flip around again. Face your foot bar. Okay, so we're gonna come back to that hip socket distance apart position with your feet. Go ahead and reach the arms forward. Find that strong flat back again. And now can we hover the booty, find your squat, ooh, don't fall like me, and just hold here. Now take your hands down to the foot bar. Bring your right ball of your foot up onto the box. Okay, now we press the carriage back and pull it under. Press the carriage back and pull it under. Think of your shoulders just staying right over your hands and keep the lift up through the chest. I want you to make this more about your right leg than your left leg. Let's do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Bring it in. Right foot comes down, left foot comes up. Okay, all right, again, we keep in this chest lift position, press the carriage back and pull it under you. Shoulders stay right over your hands. Again, make this more about the left leg than the right leg. Gaze is just slightly forward. You know, when I ran through this earlier, I was like, wow, I'm feeling this all in my legs, but right now it is all about my shoulders. Woo! Push back through that left foot. Keep lifting up through the upper abs. Can we do 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Bring it all the way in. Carefully place the foot down. Have a seat all the way down and shake it out. Holy cannoli. Okay, so before we do anything else, I'm gonna flip and face you. So my hips are pretty close to the front edge of the box here, but I'm not gonna tip the box over. I'm gonna hold onto the edge of the box. And as I roll back, I'm gonna bring my knees into my chest. I want you to still be able to hold onto the edge of the box so that way you can curl your chest up higher than what you normally could. Now keep holding on if that's okay. And now stretch your left leg out as your right knee pulls into your ear and then switch. So see if you can lift your chest completely up off the box, but keep your low back into the mat. Now, if you feel good with this, we can take the arms and hug the knee in as they come in, but don't let that chest fall down. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Now bring both knees into your chest. Arms and legs stretch away from one another. Arms come out to a T, then to your thighs, then hug everything in. Maybe you curl up a little bit higher. Arms and legs stretch out, get that low back into the mat. Arms circle around, then to your thighs, then hug everything all the way back in. Arms and legs stretch out to a T, to your thighs, hug everything back in. Stretch your legs up to the sky, grab onto your right leg, your left leg lowers down. Can you curl your chest up higher? Lift your chest up to your shin. Now keep the chest lifted. We scissor switch and switch. You can always take your arms up to the sky. You can take them back behind you, or we can grab back onto that box. We have lots of options. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both legs zipped up together, both hands behind your head. Head pushes back, chest stays lifted. Push the legs down and away, and then lift them up. They push down and away, and lift them up. Remember, broad back, and lift them up. Now send the legs down. Bring your right knee in. We twist to the right, and switch, and switch. Think of the armpit coming up and over to the knee, up and over to the knee. Holy cannoli. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let your head fall back if that feels okay for a little stretch. Oh, those are fun. Okay, let's carefully roll you up without falling over. Okay, so now I'm gonna come lying on my right side on the box. So I'm on my right elbow and my right hip. Sorry, my long people, it is a little crowded, so do your best, okay? So I'm on my right elbow and my forearm. I'm lifted up just like I'm doing a side plank. I'm gonna grab that strap that's furthest away from me with my top hand or my left hand. I've got my hand into the long loop because it is a pretty heavy spring, so just be careful here, okay? So I'm gonna flip my palm facing back towards my foot bar. My gaze is forward. Again, I'm lifted up through my ribs. I'm gonna keep the arms straight. And now from my armpit and my side ribs, can you pull the arm back a little bit? And then slowly release. It's not much. Pull the arm back and then slowly release. Again, how stable can you keep your spine and hips here as we do this baby chest expansion? I'm thinking of my fists really reaching away from my ears here. Let's do 2. And last one. Okay, now I'm gonna choke up. I'm gonna reach up by the hardware. Alrighty, so we're gonna add some rotation into this row. So I want you to make it feel good, but yes, there's work. So I'm gonna let that spring or let that strap kind of pull me. I'm gonna kind of round and twist forward. And then as I stack back out to that long spine, I'm gonna row the elbow back. Maybe I even open up my chest to the ceiling. I'm gonna slowly guide the arm forward, stay lifted up through that bottom rib as I twist, and then row myself back out. Maybe a little puff and open of the chest, and then arm reaches forward. My legs just stay zipped up here, and I'm still pushing down through that bottom forearm. Honestly, I think this feels so good. Let's do 2. As you twist forward, again, stay lifted up through the ribs. I can't stress it enough. Last one here. Okay, are we ready? Let's take the long loop, place it around your top thigh. We won't be here long, not here long. I really mean it this time. Okay, so again, I'm still up on that forearm. I'm still in my side plank. I'm gonna keep my heels together. And now I do my clamshell. I open that knee up and then close. So hips are trying to stay stacked. I find that most of us, we have to roll the top hip forward more than what we think. Okay, let's do 2. And 1. Now the leg moves up, the whole leg. So the heels separate, I lift the leg up and down. So it's kind of an up and then back. So it's a little bit of a lift with a clamshell. I don't know about you, but my bottom leg is probably working harder than my top leg right now, trying to hold me stable. Keep those bottom ribs lifted. Let's do 2. And 1. Now lower the leg down about halfway. Again, hips are stacked. Can you just straighten the leg out and then bend the knee? We're just gonna kick the leg out and bend the knee. Don't let that carriage move. Kick the leg out, holy cannoli, and bend the knee. Let's do 2. Check your neck, check your shoulders, y'all. Last one, we bend the knee, we lower the leg down. That's it for those. Let's flip you around, do the other side. Whew. Shoulder was starting to creep up on me there. Okay. So I'm on my left elbow now. Almost forgot which way I was going. Left elbow, left forearm. Alrighty, so again, I'm lifted up through the bottom rib. I'm thinking of creating space in the sides of my neck and even my back. My top arm is razor straight, palm is facing to the foot bar behind me. I'm gonna press the arm back a little bit and then slowly release. Feel that this is coming from like your side rib, back armpit area. Remember, this is not a big move. Even if you're only moving an inch, totally fine. If you've taken my classes before, think of finding your long imprint here. So if you were lying on the back, could your entire spine Entire back connect to the mat. Let's just do 2. And the last one. Oh, goodness. That side was tough. We choke up. Let that strap pull you forward. We twist, but we stay lifted through the bottom rib. And then we row. Maybe we open up to the ceiling a little bit. And then we kind of round up and over. Yes, there's work, but I want you guys to find some type of just yummy, feel-good something here. Legs are strong and zipped up. So it's a rotation just in the upper body. Let's do like 3 more here. Think of the crown of the head spiraling away from your hips. 2 more. Geez, I'm already starting to feel that bottom hip. Anybody else? Anybody else here? Round up and over. Okay. Strap, top thigh. Let's do it. Let's do it, y'all. So heels stay zipped up. Top hand can be doing whatever you'd like here. Okie dokie. We clamshell, open, and then close. Remember, it's gonna feel like your hip is gonna come forward because boy, oh boy, even for me, like that hip really wants to roll back to try and make this a bigger motion. So as the knee is going up, think hip forward. There it is. There's that humbling small movement. Let's do 2. And 1. Now the heels separate, the whole leg lifts, and then lower back down. Think of that top waistline staying long so we're not scrunching up on the side. Anybody else feeling, I'm feeling my top hip, but how about that bottom hip? Really trying to anchor me down. Let's do 3. And 2. And last one, we lower down about halfway, carriage stays still, we kick the leg out and bends the knee. Boy, oh boy, kick it out and bends the knee. I know I didn't say it on the other side, but here, can you flex the foot? Keep it flexed as we do that kick. Wow, this side is something. It's something, all right. Let's do 3. Check your neck, shoulders. 2. And last one, holy cannoli, lower the leg down. My, oh my. Okay, let's take that strap off. Before we move on to the next thing, let's just take a quick figure 4 stretch. So facing your foot bar, ankle over the knee. Take a moment here for 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and switch sides. Other ankle over the knee. Do whatever you like. You can round, you can stay flat back. Let's hold here for 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna come kneeling facing you. My right knee, my right shin is up against the box. I'm gonna bring my left foot up onto the foot bar. It is forward of my kneeling leg here. And if your hips don't like this, you can just slide your knee back, and you can also put this foot bar down a notch. Okay, so right now I'm thinking of my left hip coming forward, my right hip going back. My tailbone is heavy. I'm already getting a glorious stretch here in the front of my hip. It's very welcome, okay? So just keep maybe your right hand down on the box for a second here, and then just press the carriage out, and then holds here. I want you to feel like this left kneecap stays looking up to the sky, and this thigh is kind of spiraling in the socket. And then as you pull the carriage in, imagine like this left knee was going behind your shoulder. You can even take your arm and kind of press it. And then we press the carriage out, and then pull the carriage in. Think of that left shoulder coming forward a little bit more, and then press it out. So there's work here, but this should feel like a nice hip opener. Again, like thigh stretch here. and then pull the carriage in. If you're feeling confident, you don't need to hold on to the box, maybe the arms come out to the side, maybe they come behind the head. A lot more work in this hip, and that thigh stays up against the box. Let's just do a couple more here. And that left hip stays drawing down, down, down to the floor. Last one. Okay, now let's keep the carriage out. Let's do that. I'm gonna take my right hand to the side of the box here, so it's in line with the headrest. My left hand is gonna come to the side of the box. Okay, are we ready? I'm gonna push into my hands. Can I now take both feet up onto the foot bar? You can always take them down to the platform. Now, my upper body is twisted towards the box. My hips are trying to square off to you as best as I can. This is all about your right arm, right shoulder, right rib. Now, you can hold here, or can we bend to the knees, bring the carriage in, and press it out. You can also do this on your forearms. Try to control the box, so we're not letting it slinky out and in. The shoulders stay right over the hands. Are we all feeling that right oblique, right rib area? Let's do 3. Keep lifting your chest up away from the box. 2. And the last one, carefully bring the right knee down. We pivot on that foot. So the heel is now down, the toes are facing up. Bring the carriage in, reset if you need. Now let's just do 3 of these stretchy feel good reps. So I'm gonna press the carriage out. My right hand comes down to the box, my left arm comes up and over. Big stretch. And then as I come in, I kind of windmill the arms, my right arm comes up and over. Keep dropping the tailbone here. Oh, that feels good. Right arm comes down, left arm comes up and over. Maybe that bottom elbow bends a little bit to deepen the stretch. Come up and over. Keep your hip or your thigh connected to the box as we side bend to the left. Last one here, right arm down, left arm up and over. Keep dropping that outside hip. Come all the way up and over. Big stretch. Okay, let's do the other side. Carefully and gracefully. Alrighty. Let's see if I can remember all that. Okay, so right toes up. I'm in a big turnout with my right leg. My left hip is pointing forward. So I'm already gonna think of that right hip kind of dropping down or spiraling down as my ribs stay lifted. Hand is down, or my left hand is down. I'm gonna press the carriage out. And think of pulling down on that foot bar as I bring the carriage in. Think of the knee going behind the shoulder. That's your hip opener from your push through bar work, y'all. And on this side, it almost feels like your right shoulder, right rib is coming forward and left shoulder is going back. So just kind of play around with that. I feel like the temptation here is we want to twist towards that right knee. And we're keeping that left thigh glued to the box. So many details, right? Left shin is pressing down as well. Let's do a couple more here. Maybe the arms come up, maybe they come behind the head. So now the hips and legs really have to stabilize. Let's do 3. I know I said a couple more, but I already said we lie. And 2, drag your head across the ceiling. Last one, we press it out. Left hand comes down in line with your headrest. Right hand comes down in line with your handle there. Okay, we push into the arms. Both feet on the foot bar if you can. Lift your left chest, left rib up away from the box. Option here to bend both knees and press it out. Your carriage does not have to come all the way in. I'm thinking of my chest facing down to the box and my knees angling to the window in front of me. Big time side body here. And I'm channeling my snake arms for my classical people out there. Whew. Keep that box right under your chest. Let's do 3. and 2. Hang in there with me. Last one. Bend the knees. Carefully place the shin down. We pivot on the foot and continue to bring it all the way in. Okay, left hand stays down. We press it out. We side bend up and over. Big stretch, big stretch. Ooh, maybe even a snap, crackle, pop. We bring the carriage in. We windmill the arms. Left arm comes up and over. Keep driving that left hip forward. Arms come up and over. Again, maybe the bottom elbow bends, bends. As you do your side bend here, think right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Oh, that cue did it. Last one here. Breathe into that stretch. Awesome work. Okay, y'all, we are at the home stretch here. So I want you to take your box off. Place it off to the side. I want you to place your lightest spring on. So for my balanced body people, I have a red and a yellow. For everybody else, it's your medium, the one spring you had, and your lightest spring. I'm gonna come kneeling on the carriage. My feet are up against the foot bar here, or up against the shoulder box, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna round my spine and sit my hips back. I'm gonna wiggle my hips from side to side and just see, okay, what's tight, what needs to be opened up. And now from here, can you just press the carriage back a little bit? So press it back, but keep your hips low, but let your chest fall down. And just breathe here. And then we kind of bring the carriage back in. We go back to that rounded shape. Let's do that again. Press the carriage back. Maybe your back arches, chest falls down. And just breathe, breathe, breathe. You can do this on a lighter spring so you're not quite in this crazy knee bend. Go ahead and press the carriage out. And now I want you to take your right hand to the left side of your frame. I want you to push through your left hand and pull with your right and push your right heel into the shoulder block. Even if it can't connect, you're just thinking of it going that way. And then come back to center. Right hand on the foot bar, left hand on that side there. I'm gonna push with my right, pull with my left. Try to connect that left heel. And then let's carefully come back to center. Let's bring the carriage in. And y'all, you are done. That was awesome. I needed that today. I was not feeling like moving earlier, but I'm so glad I did that. I want you to know how much you guys motivate me. When you guys show up, it motivates us as teachers. So just remember that. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you thought, what you felt, struggles, wins, all the things in the comments. Let's chat about it.